This is the East Hartford High School Hornet News, produced by the Video Production Club. Anchored by Rodiana Rodriguez and Jonah Cruz Mojica. Filmed and produced by Kaylin Comento and reported on by Celine Kankum. Each week, our goal is to highlight some of the many activities, groups, and clubs that East Hartford High School has to offer and showcase what our buzzing Hornet community has been up to. And now, we bring you the news.
Hello, and welcome to our fifth news show of the 2023-2024 school year. My name is Rodiana.
And I'm Jonah.
And we're so excited to be anchoring this special episode of our news show. For this episode, we took our news show on the road to the Hartt School over at the University of Hartford and covered their first ever celebration of Alliance District's Art Sharing Day.
The day featured 4 school districts in the state, including Torrington, Enfield, Hartford and East Hartford. Each school brought students that are involved in special groups or programs that school offered and showcase what they do. Throughout this episode, each story we cover will showcase and present what they do and show you the great things that are going on in Connecticut schools. The day started with Torrington High School's Music Production 2 class, which brought over their very impressive podcasting equipment to share with us for the day. One station in the room had a sound pad which was connected to a laptop that sent out music notes and beats like drums laced with other instrumental sounds. Another station had a small podcasting center where 2 people could sit and wear headphones in front of microphones connected to a laptop and record a podcast through Soundtrap. The last station was a large podcasting center where up to 4 people would sit down and talk about different topics. One of those 4 people would be the host and had control over all the microphones in the center. The group had a lot of fun exploring different podcast equipment and learning more about it at the same time. Thank you, Torrington High School, for this experience.
Next, Torrington High School showcased an award-winning string quartet. The group started when they were all in 7th grade, and during a combined middle school-high school orchestra concert, they actually noticed a few strong players. After talking to the middle school orchestra director, the strong players were invited to practice with the high school chamber group they had just started. For the next 6 years, they performed for countless events in the greater Torrington area, including the Waterbury Symphony, the National Tour of Beatles vs. Stone, a musical showdown, and NBC 30 2023 Christmas special. Finally, this year, the group of all seniors has been selected to perform at the 2024 CMEA All-State Conference as a showcase performance ensemble. After
Torrington High School, Enfield High School showcased their honor choir. The choir sang 4 pieces, including a song by Billy Joel. The ensemble had a balanced section of sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses, and when they sang together, created an incredible sound and harmony. Developed as their top choir, students in this group work hard daily to put together these pieces and present a professional performance.
Great Bay Path Academy, a high school that is part of the Hartford Public Schools, but is based at MCC, brought a part of their modern band program to the day. 2 singers from the school were showcased performing at an original composition that they wrote the lyrics for, after creating the background track themselves in Soundtrap. These 2 students are part of a larger performance culture that the school embodies in their program, and exemplifies what other aspects of music education that can be taught outside of the traditional large ensemble structure of band, orchestra, and choir we all know.
As part of their various music programs, Enfield High School also sponsored a United Sounds program. Ashley Shell, the administrator for this program at Enfield High School, also directs other music ensembles. Ms. Shell started out as a teacher in Virginia before coming to Connecticut. She wrote a book about bringing more accessibility for disabled students within a music program. After being inspired by another United Sound musical program, Ms. Shell worked towards a grant and got United Sound to Enfield High School, thus bringing a new wave of including programs to Connecticut. The program utilizes accommodations and a buddy system to help all students in succeeding and show us firsthand how students of all disabilities can be successful in making music.
Our very own East Hartford High School Percussion Ensemble shared the experience of world drumming to all the schools attending that day. From West Africa to the Caribbean islands, the Percussion Ensemble showed everyone the different styles of drumming around the world. The ensemble was led by Mr. Hoyt as he played different command patterns in which the drummers would respond to and would start playing off of. After the initial performance, the audience was invited and encouraged to meet our percussionists and learn about the different instruments involved in percussion as a whole.
To cap off the first Alliance Day of Sharing, the Hartt School welcomes Vireo alumni singer-songwriter Javier Colon as a guest of honor. Javier Colon has been a professional performer since 2000, and in 2011, he became the first winner of The Voice on NBC. Residing in West Hartford, Connecticut, he is now a family man while still touring the country as a professional musician. Now let's turn things over to the Hornet News Show anchor Rodiana Rodriguez, who is on site with Javier.
Hey, good morning, East Hartford High School. This is Rodiana Rodriguez. I'm here with our guest of honor, Javier Colon at the University of Hartford.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, Rodiana.
I'm very excited to meet you.
I'm excited to speak with you today.
I got introduced to you by Siegel, so I had to say, didn't know about you.
Okay, it's okay.
But big fan.
Thank you so much.
Listened to your music on YouTube, found you on Spotify.
Thank you so much.
Been on your social media handles.
Awesome.
And you have a great presence.
Thank you.
I saw you sang with your daughter, Olivia Rodrigo's song.
Yes, that was my oldest daughter. We sang a version of Traitor that I had kind of concocted. I had this idea when I was in the kitchen one day. We were listening to Olivia, both my girls. I have two girls, and my girls are 16 and 14, and my son he'll be 11 this week. But they're big Olivia Rodrigo fans, and they love the song Traitor. And we were listening in the kitchen one day, and I just thought it would be fun to write a second verse as if it was from the guy's perspective.
And I can obviously tell that family's a big part of music for you. Obviously, you wrote the best daddy-daughter song ever.
Thank you so much.
And I read that your father kind of got you into music.
Yeah, so my dad was a radio announcer for a long time, actually here in the Hartford area, as a Spanish language radio announcer. And then he ended up partnering with some guys and buying their own Spanish language radio station in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Mm-hmm. And then he ended up being the sole owner of that radio station. He was the first Dominican sole owner of a radio station in the country. And and music was a huge part of our upbringing, because it was on from the moment I woke up to the moment we went to bed. Like, the radio was on and we weren't allowed to touch it. So it had to stay on Radio Cumbre, which was my dad's station, and we just we listened to music all the time. So my earliest memories of music was Latin music, was Spanish music, and
I've been trying myself to learn how to play guitar.
Okay.
Has not been going swimmingly.
All right. You have time.
I know.
You're young.
I have my whole life.
You're just exactly right.
But I know you started early and play piano and guitar, and obviously the voice.
I started playing guitar and piano around the same time when I was about 7, 8 years old. And I took guitar lessons for a little while. And then if I stopped practicing, my mom would pull me out. She's like, I'm not going to pay for lessons if you're not going to practice. You know, one thing that I tell everybody if they want to do music is that you have to, clearly you have to put yourself out there. Mm-hmm. You have to be kind. You have to be, you have to be friendly. You have to make acquaintances and make friends, because you never know where your opportunities are going to come from.
I know that you've been in connection with a whole bunch of different artists, and I didn't know how many artists could just be in the same circles until I really researched about the people you've performed with, who you've been on stage with, who you're friends with. I mean, Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
I love Stevie Nicks.
Who doesn't love Stevie Nicks?
Everyone should love and know and be in awe of Stevie Nicks.
Yes, she's incredible. That was one of the highlights of my career to date, is getting to perform with her on that last show of The Voice. I've had some fun collaborations recently. Collaborated with just on some videos and just in hanging out and getting to perform together with a guy named Teddy Swims, who is super talented, and he's like one of the biggest rising stars right now. Absolutely blown up, and I'm so happy for him. We met because I posted a duet to one of his TikTok videos, and he saw it, and it was starting to go viral. He ended up seeing it, and he messaged me and said, "Man, we got to talk," and we've been friends ever since. So, it's awesome to get to meet people that love the same thing as you, and you have a mutual appreciation for each other, and it's great to have relationships like that.
That wraps up this special 5th episode of the East Hartford High School Hornet News for the 2023-2024 school year. We hope that you enjoyed watching, especially if you're viewing our show for the first time from another school.
If you are interested in seeing any of the full performances of the groups we mentioned in this episode, check the Alliance Day of Sharing playlist on the East Hartford High School Hornet Productions YouTube channel, and you'll find them all shared there. Stay safe and keep checking for new updated content regularly.